Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Production Hell. I'm your host, and today we're going to deep dive into the gripping and jaw-dropping production history of the film that redefined summer blockbusters. Today we're going to talk about Jaws. Released in 1975, Jaws was directed by the legendary Steven Spielberg based on Peter Benchley's best-selling novel. The movie stars Roy Scheider, Robert Shaw, and Richard Dreyfuss in timeless performances that each individual would carry with them for their career. But before we get into the iconic scenes and thrilling moments, let's take a look at the tumultuous journey that led to the creation of this cinematic masterpiece. Before we get into today's episode, I wanted to address why today's episode looks a little different than any other episode of Production Hell or any of the other videos that I've done. You're probably used to the videos where I use a lot of clips from the movies, and you get a sense of the framing and the cinematography and the mise-en-scène of each movie that I talk about. But, YouTube doesn't like that. They think that I'm reselling the clips. The companies in particular. They think I'm just uploading the movie, which is not what I'm doing. I'm talking about the movie. I'm explaining why the production history is interesting, why the movie is interesting. I'm doing this mainly for education, for fun. I make no money off of this yet. And it just hurts my channel. I was very proud of the Wizard of Oz video, and it had trouble getting uploaded because Warner or whoever thought I was uploading just clips of the Wizard of Oz, which is not what I was doing. I was talking about the Wizard of Oz, but no one saw it, and to this day, it still doesn't get any views, which really hurts. But thank you all for bearing with me. You're going to be seeing less clips and more photos and more snippets of movies. I'm sorry for the format change. Blame YouTube. They even did it on the LA Noire video. And I thought Rockstar was one of the good companies. But thank you all for bearing with me, and let's get back to the episode. To understand the production history of Jaws, we must start with its inception. Steven Spielberg was a relatively young and ambitious filmmaker at the time, and he had just a few projects under his belt. With The Sugarland Express in 1974, starring Goldie Hawn, he was new on the scene. So when he was drawn to Peter Benchley's novel Jaws, and he came together with producers Richard D. Zanuck and David Brown, they embarked on the challenge of bringing a monstrous great white shark to life on the big screen. However, the production was plagued with several challenges from the get-go. Let's talk about one of the most infamous hurdles of all time, the mechanical shark. Dubbed Bruce after Spielberg's lawyer, this animatronic marvel became both the star and the bane of the film's existence. Mechanical failures, saltwater corrosion, and technical glitches caused significant delays, escalating the budget and putting tremendous pressure on the cast and crew. But Spielberg's perseverance and creativity shone through. Forced to shoot around the absence of the shark, he relied on innovative camera techniques and composer John Williams' iconic score to build suspense and fear without revealing the monster itself. It's a testament to the power of suggestion in filmmaking. Let's not forget about the script. The initial drafts underwent numerous revisions, with contributions from screenwriters like Carl Gottlieb, John Milius, and Howard Sackler. Spielberg and his team worked tirelessly to perfect the story's pacing and characters, making sure the film was more than just a creature feature. The casting process also had its share of challenges. Spielberg initially considered seasoned actors like Charlton Heston and Sterling Hayden for Chief Brody's role, but in the end, Roy Scheider's naturalistic and empathetic performance made him the perfect fit. And who could forget Robert Shaw's unforgettable portrayal of Quint, the grizzled shark hunter with a haunting past. That famous monologue about the Indianapolis was an addition from Pulitzer Prize-winning playwright Howard Sackler, who Spielberg brought on to add a sense of reality to the picture. Steven Spielberg's youth and inexperience as a director often led to friction with the studio. Universal Pictures executives were skeptical, doubting the potential success of a movie about a killer shark, especially in the summer, seeing as how Hollywood thought the summer was a down season. However, Spielberg's vision and determination ultimately won them over, and the film's marketing campaign with the iconic tagline, "You'll never go in the water again," piqued the curiosity of audiences everywhere. Notably, the saturation booking strategy and an ad campaign which emphasized the opening weekend as a must-see event was a revolutionary strategy, especially for the down season that was summer. As the film's release date approached, the studio faced another challenge: the troubled waters of marketing. The initial plan was for a wide release, but Spielberg insisted on a more controlled rollout. Jaws opened in just a few theaters initially, but then expanded gradually as word of mouth spread like wildfire. This distribution strategy was groundbreaking and later became the industry norm for blockbuster releases, with most releases nowadays opening as wide as possible. When Jaws finally hit theaters, it became an instant phenomenon. Audiences lined up around the block, eager to experience the terrifying thrill ride. The film's success not only secured Spielberg's position as a leading director in Hollywood, but also pioneered the concept of the summer blockbuster, a tradition that continues to this day. Beyond the accolades and box office records, Jaws had a lasting impact on cinema. Its influence can be seen in countless creature features, thrillers, and adventure films that followed in its wake. It also paved the way for the director-driven high-concept movies that dominate the 80s and the industry today. As we conclude this journey through the production history of Jaws, let's reflect on the legacy of this timeless classic. From the challenges faced during filming to the groundbreaking marketing strategies, Jaws remains a testament to the power of determination, creativity, and the indelible mark a single film can leave on an entire film industry. That's it for today's episode of Production Hell. Thank you for joining us. Be sure to tune in next time as we dive into more fascinating tales from the world of cinema. Remember, stay curious and watch some good movies this week.